Hey everyone, it's Mata. I'm back for bonus video number 1, my battle against Omega. Now, as you saw, all of my characters are level 75. I'm going with the classic party, just because that's my preference. It's not necessarily the best party, but it's just the one I like to use, so that's the one I used. Now, this battle is very difficult because Omega has very powerful attacks, and he has Black Hole, so he can take away all of your buffs, and he has that Omegard, which shields him for 2 hits. It reduces all damage to 1, 2, or 3, or even 0. And also, as you also saw, he has Surge Cannon, which can do like 2,000 or 3,000 damage to each of your characters. So I'm speeding up this battle by double because it took me 16 minutes to beat. So that's why everything's going all fast, because I want to fit it onto one video. But Omega also has Arm, which does a little bit of damage to a character and confuses them. And he can use it twice in a row, so that's also pretty dangerous. There's Omegard again, and Black Hole, just like I said. Now, a strategy that some people do is that they just spam heal with X potions and have Rydia spam Bahamut, and that's a decent strategy, and I sort of implement that, but I do a little bit of other stuff. I improvise. Here you see Final Fantasy. I used it once just to show it off, and because it did a lot of damage. But my strategy was to attack with my physical attackers, and then X-Push everybody, and add on a Kiraja when he uses Surge Cannon. Surge Cannon is the main problem, especially since he can use it more than once in a row if he really wants to. But that makes this guy really dangerous. You should really bring in a whole bunch of X potions and a bunch of elixirs, because obviously X potions are a lot slower than elixirs, and if you really need to heal, don't be afraid to use elixirs. You can use Earthquake, but it's not the most devastating attack. It can be solved with a Kiraja. The funny thing is, I think at this point in the fight, I just leave Kane dead for the whole time, for the rest of the battle. A good thing to do, especially when your healer has been caught by electromagnetic radiation, which I think causes stop, is to kill him yourself, or her, and then bring her back to life. That gets rid of the stop side effect, and that's, you know, the quickest way to do that. But anyway, here I leave Kane dead just because I'm lazy, but it starts to work out well. And the reason why I think that is because with one less party member to share the spell power of Kiraja, it heals a lot more. So, for the rest of the battle while Kane's dead, it makes it easier for me to recover from Surge Cannon. And you guys have seen how Surge Cannon can do 2,000 or 3,000 damage to each character. Plus, it's one less person to heal. So there are other ways to do this, but this is just how I ended up doing it. I've spent like a few hours, maybe 2 or 3, already today, and trying this battle until I got it right. It is pretty difficult, even at level 75. But yeah. Yeah. There are some parts in this battle where I get pretty lucky, where I have some close calls, but I make it through all right. And I didn't even have to use a Mega Elixir. I believe I have 3 of those. So yeah, you can also use a Mega Elixir if you're getting really desperate. Yeah. So obviously, I already have Bahamut, but you don't need Bahamut to beat Omega. In fact, on my other save file, when I first beat the game, I didn't have Bahamut when I beat Omega, and I didn't have Excalibur. It's Excalibur. No, it's Ultimate Weapon. I didn't have Ultimate Weapon for Cecile. I still had Excalibur for Cecile, and just Leviathan with Rydia. So I did this with greater handicaps before. But, I was having trouble doing it the same way, so I ended up doing this. But for the most part, I had a pretty similar strategy. Actually, what I did was, Omega casts Reflect on himself, and if it runs out, they'll cast it again after you hit him with a spell or summon. So what I did was, when Reflect ran out, I would have Rydia cast Meteor, and then when he put Reflect back up, I'd go back to summoning Leviathan until it ran out. Whew. Oh, I've been talking a lot. Jeez. Also, I had Kain, Rosa, and Cecile use Trinity Crusade whenever they could to do more damage to Omega. But if you're gonna follow the strategy of summoning, then you're gonna want to make sure to break Omega Art as quickly as you can whenever he pulls it up, as I just did a few seconds ago. And also, as you might have seen at the beginning of the video, it's a good idea to set the ATB to wait and to set it to slowest battle speed. It looks pretty fast here since everything's all sped up, but really this is the slowest battle settings possible, and that's really helpful for when you have to pick out your items. Even going pretty fast, like even if you can pick out an item in like a second, it can still take a long time. And with active, Omega can pull out a lot of cheap shots against you if you're not quick enough. And even when you are quick, it's still hard. So actually, the first time I beat him, I had active and fastest battle speed. So I probably made it easier on myself, but whatever. I already beat him once. I don't care if I lessen the handicap on myself. I deserve it. But anyway, we're back to normal battle speed, and the video's almost done. So you can probably guess what's about to come up. My victory. Alright, Omega is dead. And Kain was dead too for like more than half that battle. And we got the hero shield for Kain. And I'm giving it to Kain because Cecile has Adamant Shield, which is better. So we'll just go ahead and give it to Kain because Edge can't use it. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching.